Hey guys, Tim here, and yeah, it's been over a year since I've made a video on this channel. I believe I've did some live streams. I know I've did some live streams while I've been in Japan, especially in like 2023, 2024. Maybe I did some last year. Believe I've did some live streams on this channel. The time just goes by so incredibly fast now. As the years go on, I get older, and yeah, it just seems like time just seems to just speed up, and that's very frightening and terrifying in a way. But I figured I would make a channel update. I believe that's what I'm going to title this. Not really sure. Just hit record and go with it like I always do in my videos. But yeah, I figured I would just make a channel update, talk about where things are, where I'm going, what's been going on, what has changed over the last year. Quite a bit has changed. I've been to Japan 6 times within the last two and a half years or so. November of 2023 until now. Been to Japan 6 times. Last trip was last November. Planning to potentially go again this May. But yeah, some big life changes have happened while I've been away. I actually, I've graduated college from the last update. I believe I've made some videos while I've been in college. But I did graduate with my first degree, working on my second degree now. My first degree was just an associate's. Now I'm working on the actual bachelor's, and I'll be finishing that hopefully next year. Finishing up my first year, like my junior year at university right now. So working on finishing that up. I'm actually in the process of transferring as an exchange student to university in Japan, and that's one of the big things that's coming up that I might be doing is might be going to Japan for a year, an academic year, doing my full senior year over there. Have applied to it, have most of the paperwork done, did the application, did the material uploads. Still need to renew my passport, do the certificate of eligibility, do the visa stuff. But oh my God, it is so much work to study abroad. If I was just doing like summer semester, summer term or whatever, it wouldn't be this intensive. But since I'm going for an academic year, there's so much more you have to do. And I did not know there was this much that you had to do. I had to come up with, I had to prove that I had like about $10,000 within like a couple weeks in order to apply. So that was very, a very stressful time trying to come up with that much money, because I didn't have nearly that much in like disposable income to like show that, hey, I have enough. I thought I was going to be able to like just save money and be able to go over there, but no, they want you to prove it way in advance that you have money to live over there, because the way the rules are right now in Japan, while you're a university like exchange student over there, you can work 28 hours, I believe, as a part-time employee. So that might be something that I end up doing. I might just live off the funds that I have while I'm over there, and mostly enjoy myself. But yeah, it's been very stressful because I would have applied sooner, would have got my paperwork done sooner, but I had to get approval from the study abroad advisor and my academic advisor, both, that like give me the okay to study abroad, and they didn't do that until like 2 weeks before the deadline for the application. So yeah, it's been like constant rush. Had to get a certificate of health, had to get an x-ray of my chest, physical checkup and all that stuff. It was very annoying trying to schedule that in, because I'm driving to university about 4 hours, 3 times a week this semester. Last semester I was driving to university 5 days a week, and it's about an hour and 40, hour and 50 minutes. So I rounded up to where it's about 4 hours of travel each day. And I was doing that 5 days a week while working on weekends, doing 24 hours of work on weekends, all night shift. So yeah, it's been really busy, busiest time of my life so far. Last semester for sure. This semester I'm a little more laid back because I only have to drive to uni 3 days a week. So that's been very, very helpful for me. Financially helpful, as well as getting sleep helpful, and actually able to study some. Yeah, working on studying over there. Some other life changes has happened. Been in a relationship for 6 months now. Have an apartment in Tokyo now. So that's really surprising. Really, it's not in my name or anything, but it's our apartment. It's our apartment over there. It's like in Tokyo, and the rent is actually not that bad. It is 94,000 yen, which is like 600, in between like $650, $700, depending on the exchange rate at the time. It's somewhere between like $600-700 a month. So that's actually really good. And it's fairly close to Shinjuku. It's not far, like it's really close. And Shinjuku's like the big area, and you can like branch out from there. So it's really cool. Been in a relationship. Actually, that's one of the things that's kept me from doing videos is busy with university, busy doing all this paperwork. But my boyfriend was actually here staying with me in America for 3 months because that's how long you can stay on a tourist visa. So that was really fun. Was here for the holidays, was here for Christmas. Had him quit his job, so that's one of the reasons my finances has been crazy, is because it's like when you have someone quit their job, you have to pay the rent. So I'm paying for the rent in Tokyo as well as my bills here, and I had to send him back with enough money to live off of, because in Japan, or at least the jobs that he gets or has had, the pay system in Japan is really jacked up because you have to work for like 2 months before you get a paycheck, because you're paid monthly and you work like 1 month and you get paid at the end of the next month. It's just really weird, their pay structure, and I'm dreading that whenever I eventually move over there. The plan right now is finish my full university year over there, then start applying to jobs towards like fall of next year, because I'll get back in July or August next year is when I'll come back to America. So that's going to be cool, being in Japan for like 10-11 months. It's almost a full year, because I think I leave the end of August this year, early September or something like that. They don't have the official dates yet. I just applied. They don't have the date set in stone yet from when it officially begins and when I'll be coming back. But it's going to be about 10 or 11 months in Japan. So that's going to be really fun if I'm get accepted and able to go there and do that for an academic year. Really looking forward to that if it can happen. If not, the plan is to just grind and graduate this year, because I only have 24 credits left after this semester. So I could do like 9 credits over summer and then 15 in the fall and just graduate December of this year. So that might be the play. If I don't get accepted to university in Japan, that is the plan right now. Just to be able to move to Japan faster, because that's the plan. And the plan after that, once I'm living there, spend a year or 2 like on work visas in Japan, make sure I want to live there permanently, give it some time, and then might actually start selling off like the vehicles and the stuff here and officially like making the move. But that's one of the things that I've been doing recently, the end of last year and going into this year. I have started downsizing my collection finally, because obviously like our apartment in Tokyo is really big for Tokyo standards, especially for the price. But it is substantially smaller than having a full house where you can store stuff. So yeah, working on downsizing the collection, plus have needed more funds to like cover things. So I've been selling off mostly like the expensive stuff right now. Like I sold my Monster manga 1 through 18, sold that through, sold my Ultimate Muscle manga, the Air Gear manga. Just been selling the English ones because the Japanese ones are not going to sell for really anything if I do decide to sell them. Might just put them in storage or store them at my parents or something eventually. That might be the play. Because again, like Japanese manga isn't really worth anything. But the English manga have been downsizing, scaling it back. Have started selling some video games to like my Dreamcast collection, working on selling my Saturn collection now. My work on the PlayStation 1, because eventually if I want these games back, I will just buy them in Japanese, because it would be substantially cheaper to buy the Japanese versions while I'm in Japan if I wanted them. But again, most of these video games I've either never played, or it's just been years and years since I've played them. Even the ones that I really like, it's like I just don't have the time. And the older I get, the less and less time it seems like I have. So I'm never going to get around to revisiting some of these games that I might potentially want to play. And if one day I do want to revisit them, again, it would just be cheaper to buy them in Japanese while I'm living in Japan, and I could just get them while I'm there. The same thing with anime. The streaming is just so convenient now. I don't think I've sold any of my anime yet, but I am going to start working on that soon, like the Haikyuu. No, I have sold one. I sold Monster Musume, the like premium edition, limited edition, whatever that one's called. I did sell that one. And just going to like downsizing like the big stuff, like the stuff that takes up a lot of space, going to start selling that off. Probably need to start selling off figures soon. Again, just selling all these on eBay. Eventually, I want to get down to most of the things sold. Again, I'm going to keep some of the stuff that's like really sentimental, like Bleach Volume 22, like the first manga that I ever bought. Definitely never going to sell that. Always going to keep that, even though that really wouldn't be worth anything at all. And like stuff that people have given me, like friends or family have given me, I'm definitely going to keep that stuff for the collection. But most of the stuff with no attachment, going to get rid of. I was kind of wanting to keep my Case Closed manga, but I've been thinking about selling those because, again, I can just buy the Japanese versions in Japan for way cheaper than, because I was never going to buy, like, I have volumes 1 through 50, and I'm never going to buy, like, the rest of them in English. There's no plans to do that because learning Japanese, no Japanese. I just read stuff in Japanese now. I watch stuff in Japanese, so there's no reason for me to buy the English versions because it's more expensive, and the censorship and the localizations being bad, translations being bad. It's way better to just get the Japanese version. There's no benefit, there's no upside to buying the English versions of any anime or manga, so no point in continuing those collections and may as well just start selling them off. So that's what I've been doing recently. Going to continue doing that. Been piecing it off slowly, but I am going to start speeding up doing listings on eBay to sell off some things now that I have some more time. I was waiting for my boyfriend to go back to Japan because it's like while he was here, we were just spending all the time together, and like outside of uni and outside of work, just tons of time together, going and seeing things, doing things. It was his first time in America, so that was really cool, getting to show him around and like do things within the area, like doing day trips and stuff. So that was really cool. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on. Just been busy with uni, been busy with work. Been going to Japan a lot. I've been going to Japan. I went 3 times last year, I believe 3 times the year before, and like, yeah. No, wait, what? How did it go? Yeah, I believe it was like that. I don't remember. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Because I went in November of 2023. Yeah, and then I went May 2024, August 2024, went December 2024 into 2025. And yeah, I don't know. All I know is I've been 6 times since November 2023 because that's when the borders opened back up. That's when I finally went back to Japan, and I'd only gone 2 times before then, and I've been 8 times total. So at some point, all of those trips happened. So yeah, before I make the move there, just gonna do probably one more trip. I would like to do one more trip. Would love to go in April for my birthday, but just in university, not able to go. Unfortunately, my birthday falls while university is in, so unfortunately I'm not able to go for my birthday. But hopefully next year I will finally be able to spend a birthday in Japan because I've been working on trying to do that for years now. But yeah, that's pretty much all the updates I have. Just downscaling the collection, been to Japan a lot, working on moving to Japan, graduated college, almost graduated uni, working on future career paths. I've had a lot of career paths over the years and not sure exactly what I'm going to do. In Japan, I believe the first goal is to just do the generic English teacher route and eventually get out of that and into a different career field, potentially. I'm thinking about programming, but with the rise of like AI, most of those jobs like IT, programming, coding, all of that's going to be, I think, taken by AI. But again, that falls for like a lot of jobs outside of like manual labor jobs, and I don't want to do manual labor jobs my whole life. So it's a changing time. We're just gonna have to see what careers are open in the future, like in the next 2 or 3 years, see what's available. Or if all else fails, I'm just gonna go to like language school in Japan for 2 years because you can do 2 years on a student visa doing that, and just apply to jobs while I'm there for that. So, but already having someone in Japan, having an apartment there with someone, he'll be able to help me out quite a bit with like navigating, getting jobs, and the interview process and how work and like paperwork and all of that stuff works there, because I'm sure it's quite a bit different than America. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Anyway, I just wanted to make this little update. Yeah, I think I covered all the bases that I want to cover. Nothing new to buy, nothing new to show off. Haven't bought anything in a long time. Again, over the last 4 to 5 years, been really scaling back collecting. I know I've bought things here and there, but as far as like collecting en masse, like I had been doing for the first 10, 15 years of collecting, just the drive is not there anymore. Not able to read manga as much as I used to. Don't have the passion for it. The same thing with skateboarding. Skateboarding is like taking a huge backseat in my life. It's something that I used to do basically every day, and now I do it a handful of times a year, if that. Sometimes I'll only skate 2 or 3 times a year. Still have skill for it. I can get the skill back, but again, the body just doesn't react anymore to skateboarding. It doesn't have the twitch muscle fibers, don't reaction time is bad. My timing is way off. And again, it just takes longer to heal now and just get injured way easier now. So I've taken up other things like running and working out to stay fit, stay healthy. So yeah, figured I would just make this update and just inform you guys on what's happened over the last, I know it's been over a year since I did a video. Not exactly how long, all I know is sometime over a year ago. So yeah, once I do move to Japan while I'm there in university, might do more videos, like just walking around, reviewing things, more day in the life type stuff if I have time. Not sure how intensive going to university is going to be in Japan. Right now in America, it's fairly laid back, honestly. You just go to the classes and there's not a lot of studying outside of class, not at university. In my opinion, like working on my associates, doing the 2 years for doing that was quite a bit more intense than being in university, because now I'm in like 3rd and 4th year stuff, and it just seems to be much more laid back than like year 1 and 2 stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video just talking about stuff. Again, gonna keep some of the stuff, gonna work on selling a lot of it off, so I will see you guys in the next video. Later.